Hello everyone, Al Jackie here, and today I'm going to be replacing a bridge in SimCity 4. It's not going to be a full city building series or whatever, but I thought I'd get back at it with the project that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. This city here was the main city that I used in my city journal called the Greater Terran Region. It ran mostly from the years 2007 through 2009. This city was the main city in that journal, and it was mostly built in the year 2008, so a lot of the stuff that you see here is actually 6 years old. This bridge has been here the whole time, and because there haven't been any real highway bridges since like the newest NAM releases, it wasn't available back then. I haven't been able to replace this bridge, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I thought I'd make a video of it and share. The highway itself here has been continuously upgraded throughout the versions. As you can see, there's a bit of a HOV thing here, and I don't know what the heck is going on here. It's been a while since I've touched this city, so I don't really want to damage anything. And yet that's exactly what's happening. Whatever. That is not the focus, but anyways, so this is a big highway here, and as you can see, it's 4 lanes, and then it becomes... It's been a while since I've played this city, and as you can see, it's in desperate need of kind of a facelift here, and I can kind of just get back in by clicking. It just shows how old these real highway mods are, and how they are still backwards compatible, right? And I can drag through and whatever, but... Anyways, so this is the highway. It's a big highway. That's what I wanted to get across with you. And it has a choke point at the river. So I wanted to alleviate that choke point by building a new bridge that will handle the volumes. So right now with the commute, I don't know what it is right now. It's probably not a whole lot. It's a good amount for the morning commute, and then the evening commute's probably the other way around. Yeah. I don't know, it just seems like a choke point and something I can replace. Up here it kind of widens up again and does what it needs to do. But again, this is made with like really old stuff. You can see some brown boxes and stuff, but I'm not really in the mood for that. I thought I would basically do a new project to get this built up to a better spec, better code. And maybe make it 6 lanes with the Maxis Highway RHW bridge drag thing. There's probably a name for it. I just can't remember at the top of my head. So this whole connection here will have to go. There's a full interchange over here, so these ramps here are just kind of gravy. Like, they really don't need to be a part of it, because I'm going to have to do some real train elevations here. I can't build that arch bridge thing that you saw, because it's really not that realistic. That slope is pretty crazy, and if I was to just kind of drag right now, I would probably be too low for ferries. So I will need to raise the ground up at least a bit. Yeah, if I was to do that, how far do I need to go? Yeah, it won't even let me drag anymore. So that's how much I need to do. There's a 6-lane one anyway, somewhere here, right? Yeah, that's probably the one I'm going for. It's a slow scroll. Or this or that, I don't really care. Just something that works. So I need to naturally raise my terrain. Luckily I have a tunnel system here, so it's not going to be affected. And like I said, on this side I have lots of room for a terrain elevation. So I'm going to do that. Let's try raising the ground 15 meters, and if that doesn't work, raise it another 15 meters. First thing I should do is make sure that it's level on either side. The easiest way to do that is just basically hit the level train tool here, right? So you can kind of get a feel of exactly where the train is, and then over here, you can kind of see that it's not quite level. I don't want to damage this. Maybe I should do it on this side. I need to think a bit more. I need to think this through. This is where it will be. Any wider and I'd have to replace this tunnel and stuff, and that's a whole nother big project, so I'm going to try raising this up 15 meters. Where is that thing? Yeah, that should really be enough here. And then just kind of, yep. Get a feel for it, and then I'll do the same. Basically, clicking here with the level terrain tool, and then just kind of going across. I know I do raise some of the points in the river a bit when I do that. And just basically see how that is going to work. I'll just give it a try here at the very edge to the very edge. Looks like it's high enough for ferries. Excellent. And then these bridges are almost the same. This one has 2 supports, which is a little bit more realistic. Why does it take so long to scroll? This one also has 2 supports, so it really doesn't matter. That one looks good. And hopefully I'll make it all kind of manage and work and be happy. Look at the scale difference between the regular Maxis Highway and the Real Highway 6 here. The shoulders are a little bit bigger on the bridge component, but that just shows you get 3 lanes, more or less in a lane and a half. And the median itself is a little bit wider here too. It's crazy. And yeah, I heard the news today that there'll be a new version of SimCity 4 for Mac with a lot of bug fixes and stuff. We've been talking on the NAM team a little bit about compatibility issues and stuff, but we need to know a little bit more about what we're dealing with before we make more Mac support, because a lot of that was phased out with the monolithic NAM. That was NAM 31, so 31 and 32, the most recent releases, don't have a whole lot of Mac support, but you can use File Juicer and whatever it's called to help out a bit. So the first thing I'll do is probably demolish it all up to the bridge point here. So it looks like it nicely fits with the RHW slope mod, so I'm not going to use the bullet train on this side. And I got a 6-lane RHW 3-tile network here, and here I got a 6-lane 2-tile network, so I'll need to put in some kind of transition at some point there. And then here I'm going to have the exits split off, so it won't be that big of a deal, maybe? Yeah, here it fits nicely as well, so maybe no bullet train slope mod here. Maybe I can fit it in here. Let's see. Okay, I can do it on this side. Since I did it on this side, I may as well take the time and just see if I can make it nice on this side. Looks like it's barely gonna work. Huh, okay. Well, there we go. I gotta find room for that transition thing though, so I gotta make sure that that's kind of taken care of. Now on this side, it's just really a matter of dragging that up. As you can see, the RHW6 S network or whatever back then was 2 tiles, so that's why you have this extra shoulder. So this will require a complete replacement. As much as you want to see it go, it also had wealth texture, so that's why you get the sidewalk at the side. So if I click here, you know, that is, well, maybe it's not completely destroyed, but I'll have to rebuild this ramp connection here and stuff. Maybe we'll build that nice 45-degree one or something, but it's, you know, a bigger project than just replacing the bridge. I have to kind of replace and rebuild the ramps and the lead up and all that stuff. I guess that one's got to go as well. Maybe this will go, I don't know. What I do know is that I gotta make sure that this all works first. And that I don't crash the game, because there's a lot of puzzle pieces and stuff that I gotta make sure that I don't screw up. I'm just gonna put this here for the time being. It doesn't need to stay. So I'll get rid of that start piece, because I think there'll be a ramp here as well. Maybe these signs can even stay. Well, this one can kind of go away. So that's kind of neat. This was an old bypass highway. I'll attach some pictures and stuff that you can kind of see what this area looked like in 2007 and 2008 when I was kind of planning it out. But yeah, that was never really an interchange made or meant or intended to be built between this highway and this highway. This is just kind of like a riverfront highway that goes this way. You can see the old Maxis Highway interchanges and stuff, so that's why I don't really use the Project Symphony or Maxis Highway override, because I got a whole lot of Maxis Highway in these cities. 2010 was the last year that I used the Maxis Highway, and this was built in 2008, so it's got a lot of it in. So, what I want to do here is try to get some kind of nice looking... Oh, that's a little too much. I can't really see what's going on. Nice little transition thing here. There's too much stuff going on here. Go away. I'm going to be at this forever. Never mind, there's just so many things going on. It's the transition pieces. I want the one where the 3 tile goes to 2 tile. RHW6S to RHW6C transition. Yep, that's the one. It's got to go that way, and it's got to attach just like that. Let's see. It looks kind of nice against the... maybe not. I'm saying it looks kind of nice against the slope, but yeah, that's not going to work. There's still a huge gap there, because this likes to be built on flat ground, so that's why you get that little error there that you're seeing. So I need to find another home for it. I would like to keep this bridge too, so... I say that, look what I did. I could probably move this ramp back a tile or two, maybe? If I can fit it on this side. Or even build the ramp on that side. This was kind of a tight thing. I don't know. It's going to take a little bit of work. But again, this has all got to be rebuilt anyway because of like all that old stuff. And the main goal here is to just kind of get that bridge done. It won't be done unless I have ways to get to it, right? So, for the sake of saving space on the straightaway here, I need to make sure that this is the first level tile. I can't fit that transition in, can I? No. And then here, it's gonna have to... Those flex ramps might save me if I'm lucky. That's the one. And that's not the way it goes. 6C to 6S. It's the 6C. It's got to go the other way. Okay, that's the way I want. Can you rotate back that way? Like, why wouldn't you do it there? Why do you want to go back like that? Just a tight spot. It's like it doesn't want to build there for some reason. Maybe if I keep blocking with some stuff? I don't know, this is just... That doesn't even have any... Wow. It's like I popped nothing. That's what I want. And then here's the bridge, right? So I can keep that. So that's where I want it. Bridge can stay there. So I got that all connected now. I guess the approach will have to be built back a bit on this side because it kind of overhang. This was a 15-meter overpass, so I can kind of downgrade it too to a 7.5. Oops. So we'll still make it, even though I have to bring things over a bit. So with that there, I need a tight flex ramp or something. You can kind of see my old highway building style here if you look a little closer. I do want to keep that subway line, or not subway, what am I talking about? Bullet train line there. This will be so tight though. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can get a ramp in here. If I do, it's going to be like the tightest thing ever. So, ramps. That's as close as I don't want ramps. What am I talking about? I want a flex ramp. I need to level that. At least a bit. Okay. Flex ramps. You can barely make it, maybe? I don't know. Like that, and then... Look how close that is! I really have my doubts. These are all really old. So stability is kind of an issue here. I really don't think that the ramp will work here. But I'm always interested to see just how it would kind of go together. Ugh. Well, that doesn't work. The other possibility is to build it back before the overpass even begins. Just have like a tight ramp or something. Let's see if I can fit something in here. Looks like I might get away with a tight flex ramp. Maybe even have enough room here for an acceleration lane. If I can get the transitions in with the room. I love this kind of work. This is the stuff I like to show. Just me doing my thing. Playing the game. Not ramps. I want a flex ramp for now. I want to make sure that it fits. I guess I can kind of drag this up to the side too, right? It doesn't have to be right at the edge. Because these just kind of drag out from it. Flex ramp, flex, flex, flex. I don't really use these a lot, but it's going to be very useful here. Oh! You're telling me I have to curve this? Like that? I guess I can move this down a bit if I need to, right? Like, I got lots of room to put it in here. It's all about getting this to work right now. I can still have room for a 7.5 meter overpass or something there. Okay. And then lots of room here to make a nice curve, because this is where it's eventually going to meet. The other ramp can kind of stay how it is. It's not perfect, but I mean, it gets the job done. And while I'm here, I may as well just kind of extend this if I can. It's kind of cosmetic. I broke it. I'm not going to worry about that till later. So because I can get these in, my next thought... I'm going to save the game, actually. There's no going back now. I like what I see, and I know I can manage it, so that's why I'm saving it. Might take a little while to save, too, because this is something I haven't saved, and it's a brand new city that I haven't loaded in a long time, so yeah, I may as well talk while the save happens. I am building... I'm not building. I am planning on making... Oh, that was quick. Anyways, I'm planning to make a retrospective on my Building a City from Scratch series. It's going to be a big undertaking, almost like the series itself, so it's going to be a little bit of work, but hopefully it'll be out sooner than later. Until then, I can always fill it up with like these little projects and stuff that I like to do. Ramps. I'm going to go back. You press Shift and then Tab to kind of go reverse on the menu. I want the one where the one goes in like the one. Where you get your own lane. That's the one, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. But it doesn't like the terrain here, because it likes to be built on flat terrain. You know what else I could do? I could keep this 7.5 meters up and have an underpass. But having it come down here and make the transition and have it come down 7.5 meters, that's asking a lot in this little space. So maybe it's safer to kind of go that way. Take that route. Okay. I think that's where I want it, right? Or should I be one tile back? It's hard to kind of see. That's the tile where it needs to be. That's where the starter is. It's got to go here. That's pretty flat. I don't know if it'll make it. I wonder if I can still build a bridge with that transition, because that transition is going to make things even more flat. Am I just asking too much here? Let's see. I'm going to see if I can still get a bridge that can do ferries and stuff, because I do have like little boats and stuff that go through, and when it's not high enough for ferries, I think those boats don't go through either. I guess I can always stretch it a bit and have a narrower bridge, like a longer approach into the water. So yeah, this is a bigger project than you think it needs to be. Sometimes just using that level terrain tool. So both sides kind of know what you're doing. Helps the possibility of building a bridge increase. Okay, that is high enough for ferries. So that's cool. So I'll kind of do the same thing with two supports, I guess. I'm going to see if I can get that in there. I left a little bit of flat land here so I can get that transition in. Good, still makes it and looks good. This would be a little tight, but I'm gonna see. Actually, I'm gonna keep it all here. I'm gonna see if I can get the transition in. If I can get it on one side, I can definitely do it on the rest. I want the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. There. No, just kind of. Gotta fight with these things sometimes. Next thing to do is make it slope immediately. Let's see if I can make it. If not, it's gonna be close, like one tile will keep me from accomplishing what I want to accomplish. And I want the one with the dotted line anyway. If I'm gonna do it, I may as well do it right. Really? That's the furthest away I have to build it? You gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be something else I can do. I guess I'll try and just at least see what I can do. Because hovering doesn't give you the full picture. Alright. Looks a little bumpy, but will it actually connect? I'm having my doubts. No. But it does on this side. Also, I built it incorrectly. But this doesn't have to be flat. Yeah, it does have to be flat. Alright, what's the maximum I can kind of do here? I'm going to try that and see what it wants. Make sure I build it the right way. It still doesn't like me. It's closer, I think. Maybe one more tile and it'll work. Or maybe I can still drag a bridge from this point. Because it's just a little bit lower to the ground, so I may still get away with it. Because it connects on this side. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get away with a bridge at this elevation. Where's the highway? Yeah, okay, okay. But it's not long enough for that thing. I can't get that longer bridge. Why can't I get that longer bridge? One more tile, maybe? That's almost cruel. What did I do wrong? Come on, I can get away with a tile or two here. Does it just need to be like one tile longer or something? Like, I don't think I did anything differently. This is cruel. Jeez. Just let me do what I want to do. Now you give it to me. Whatever. It's there now. The one with 2 supports. Click OK. Connect this stuff up. It's almost a little too high now. It's alright. It's still good for fairies. That's when I give the game another save before I screw more stuff up. But I'm happy I was able to get these lanes in. Makes it a little bit more realistic that way. All this just to give the bridge an extra lane, you may be thinking, but no, it's much more realistic to have a bridge like this compared to what I had earlier with that huge arch and that, you know, that big jump. There's no shoulders on it. It's just, yeah, much nicer looking this way. So with that done, probably fix this up a bit too, because it's actually going up a bit because that was the old terrain that I had there. I'm glad I over thought it at the beginning rather than building at the complete edge and then getting stuck, because that would be bad. Okay, old traffic generators, I used to use that. I don't need those anymore. And then this is kind of a tight turn, isn't it? Look at these old turns that I've made. Yeah, I don't think I can fit a 45-degree ramp in here. But I really don't need to. I can just kind of curve it from this point. Like, there's nothing really stopping me. That I can see anyway. I want the one where the lane kind of splits off. Kind of like that. I don't want to... That's good. Oh, that's where the transition is? I can probably even fit in a smooth curve here. Well, it kind of needs this to keep its composure. It's just sometimes hard to build a smooth curve with that angle in it. I'm going to see if I can. Okay, it'll let me. Make sure that the lines match up. That's cool. So I've got one connection done. That's cool. Over here, screwed it up. Oh no, I kept it. Okay. Over here, there's a tunnel that kind of screws me up a bit. Maybe I can rework this into something. Is that tunnel? I kind of want the same setup. I'm going to keep this all kind of aligned here. I can't build there because there's a ditch for the tunnel. I could expand this back a tile or two. Give me more room to work with. It's a pretty steep tunnel anyway. Also maybe try to keep this a little bit more level. Okay, I still got my tunnel, and I got an extra amount of space. It's easier to build it here than... I guess I could do it over here if I really wanted to. But with that, I have a lot more room to play around with. And my phone's ringing.